when you work as hard as I do and Amber, and you put your heart and soul into such a project like Dear Mr. President, which should go hyperbolic, viral, not just in the United States, but all over the world. We are literally in the middle of checking out different softwares that can take my voice. It's my voice, my tone of voice, but it will be in Chinese, it will be in Spanish, it will be in Italian, it will be in French, it will be in Swedish, Portuguese, German, every language you could possibly think of. That's what we intend to do, because I'm sure that we are not the only podcasters here in the United States that are dissatisfied with the level of speech. There's got to be a lot of patriots all over the world that feel the same way. So getting this message out to the world in their language to make it comfortable for them is going to become paramount. Right now, we're in the middle of looking for that kind of software. It's the same software that is used by Patrick Bet-David, PBD, the Iranian guy that has the 4 people on a panel. Typically, one guy will come in as a guest, etc. And one day, I do expect that I will be on that show, by the way. When you put the level of power and all these incredible volunteers that bring a lot to the table as far as consulting with you and giving you great ideas that you implement, and then you're like, oh wow, that was a great idea. I'm glad that we implemented that idea, and the project starts to take on form. It's a really a gratifying situation that I can't really explain here in words. But then when you take that hard work, which is a 2-minute and 7-second trailer, which is so well done. I mean, it really is so well done. In a nation founded on liberty, the right to speak is slipping away. From the airwaves to algorithms, America's voice is being stifled by corporations, by platforms, by fear.
Censorship. It's a much bigger threat to democracy than anything that we've seen in this country in the last 4 years, in the last 40 years.
One man dared to fight back with a letter to the president.
The idea of the letter turns into a full-blown documentary.
The American people are demanding to see arrests at this point because we have the proof beyond a shadow of a doubt. I want to see, I think I speak for the American people. I think you guys would agree. If we were to put together a really cool email, but not send the email because that email will never get sent, but turn it into an audio and put it all over the internet and have the patriots just move it out there, okay? Wow. I mean, like, let it spread out there like crazy until it gets to Donald Trump, and let them know the American people want to see fucking arrests. The people of the world want to see arrests. Because I'll tell you what, the people of other nations are waiting to invite in, okay, DOGE, because if you think it's only happening in the United States of America, you're making a big mistake. His words sparked a movement among podcaster and various patriots. A call to reclaim free speech. I wrote to the president because silence isn't freedom, it's surrender. Silence no more follows one man's bold solution to confront censorship head-on and the ripple effect shaking the nation. This letter isn't just words, it's a challenge to the system. One letter, one voice, one chance to change everything. Which should have gotten 100,000, 200,000 views in the first weekend, and it didn't. It really, literally makes you feel like, maybe I should just give this thing up. My wife said, why are you not podcasting as much as you should? And the reality is, I didn't give her an answer yesterday when she asked that question. I gave her the answer this morning. I said, you know what? It's really hard to get in a vehicle that is capable of doing, Mach 17, but somebody else is in control, and you're only allowed to do 2 miles per hour. It really sucks. So we are pleading at this point with the, podcasting community, especially the ones that are in the documentary itself. Some of the other podcasters, without mentioning any names, are playing hard to get because They have a scarcity mentality. As always, you've heard me say this argument, make this argument over and over and over again, and it's true. They have a scarcity mentality. They don't understand that there's enough for everybody to go around. They don't understand that this ecosystem could be so much better by us collaborating together. You got big tech giants muffling you, muzzling your microphone. And then you got your fellow podcasters who are basically two-facing you, say, yeah, Mel, I'm on your side, but they're really not on your side. They're backstabbing you. They don't want you to win. They think the 8 billion people belong to them, that kind of shit. It's uncalled for. When you got those kinds of odds against you, it really, truly sucks because you got big tech giants that control the town square and the microphones. They don't want you to succeed, and they have the software to be able to literally slow you down as much as a Ted Nugent, as much as a Mel Carmine. And then you have your fellow podcasters who ignore you. And look, I know when I'm being ignored. I've asked a lot of girls out when I was in high school and college, etc. And when a girl doesn't want to talk to you, she just ignores you. And you know exactly what that is. You know exactly how the functionality that works. And so here we are. We are pleading with the patriots. That means you guys that don't have podcasts but believe in our effort, believe that freedom of speech needs to be restored. Because this is the most important fight. This is the most important argument that we will take to Donald Trump. Reason why is simple. Without the microphones, we lose. Simple. He wants us to be the mainstream media. And yes, we're beating the mainstream media by a lot, but there's a lot of us. When I say a lot of us, tens of thousands, if not more, of us are being muzzled. Guys like myself, I believe I should be well over 1 million followers all day long, and that's a conservative number. And guys like Ted Nugent, who should be over 5 million followers all day long, and they can't get there. Even guys like Patrick Bet-David, as far as I'm concerned, are being muzzled on YouTube. Even guys like Joe Rogan is being muzzled on YouTube. Believe it or not, that's a fact. The only reason why they get the large numbers and you think that maybe they're not being muzzled is because they've reached a level of popularity where the algorithms can't really keep up. But they do put the brakes on, even on those guys. The numbers of a Patrick Bet-David, for example, a conservative estimate would be 5 times. Conservative, 5 times what he is today. And I guarantee you, if I was able to talk to Patrick Bet-David and ask him that question, are you being muzzled? He would say, hell yes. So, providing we win this war, it's going to be won by the guy or gal with a microphone, not the guy or gal with a shotgun or a 9mm or a 50 caliber or whatever. If we're able to really, truly become the new mainstream media doesn't have a chance now. With us being able to be the real mainstream media with no bumps in the road. In other words, if the Mel Carmines of the world are allowed to grow to 5 million subscribers, allow me to get to that number. I don't want anybody controlling me. What are the monetary damages? What are the punitive damages caused against us? Does this call for a class action lawsuit? At some point, I believe it does. Do they owe us some money? I believe yes. I believe they owe us some money. I don't believe they owe us a little bit of money. I believe they owe us a lot of money. Because if our message is not being seen, means our payments are being stifled as well. Right? So how much money did they steal from me? How about the stress and anger that it causes? Does that have a monetary value? I believe it does. But we are depending on you folks out there to take this documentary called Dear Mr. President. If you want to go to the website and support us, you can. There's a donation button there. We're not asking anybody to pay to see the movie when it comes out. It's going to be free of charge in every language in the world. But there is a donate button there. You can donate $20, $30, $50, $100, whatever you can afford. Because we do plan on having another documentary coming out, which is going to blow your mind. We'll make that announcement here shortly as well. But I will tell you this in no uncertain terms. Without you, the digital soldier, the Mel Carmines, Rodriguez's, the whomever, We are DOA, dead on arrival. If you think you could do this better than us, by all means, we welcome the competition. This is not competition. We're in a fucking war. We're here to win a fucking war. This is not about who's got the biggest balls. It's not about who's got the biggest channel. This is about winning a fucking war. This is about the survivability of our species. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, do I believe that the digital soldier is going to step up? I hope so, for your sake. There's other things that are important down the road. Right now, I want to see your fingers bleeding. I want blisters on your fingers from moving this fucking thing forward. Because it has to land on Donald Trump's desk. Not because I need to become popular. Believe me, I'm popular enough. I never wanted to do this. I got into this because of COVID-19. I got bored. I started a channel. I didn't think I was going to go past 3,000 subscribers. And then people were going to start to unsubscribe. And it just kept going and going and going. And then when YouTube realized that I was getting too good and I was telling too much truth, somebody else was applying the brakes for me. Like now. Like I've always said, when I had 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 subscribers, I was getting 100, 120,000 views were not uncommon. Now I got, between all my channels, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I mean, I think it's like close to 200,000, to be quite honest. And I can't get past 5,000, 6,000 views on YouTube. That's like, wow, I got 6,000 views. Wow. That's like a wow. On X, I'm lucky if I get 800. Yeah, I believe X is also being stifled. Absolutely. I don't trust Elon Musk. Elon Musk has his own fucking agenda. We don't know what that agenda is. We will find out. Okay? Rumble, I'm in communications with them right now because I didn't know that they have a channel or they have an account. They should have only a channel. I don't know why they have an account. Accounts don't get as many visitors and they're not as monetized as a channel. So I'm back and forth with them saying, listen, this will be newsworthy. This will be very easy for your programmers to do. Hit a button there where I can import my database of users into my new channel. They already subscribe to me anyway. These are my people. And goes, besides this, I'm not a programmer, but I know for a fact that's very easy to do. Your programmers could probably, deliver that within 72 hours, and within 2 weeks they'll have it perfected. So we're going back and forth with Rumble to see if we get that fixed. But even Rumble is stifling us. I was getting tens of thousands of views, 50,000, 60,000. Videos are still there today. Never deleted anything off of Rumble. 100,000, 120,000. Videos are still there today. Views when I was a lot smaller. Now I got 30,000, actually 33,000. I'm sorry. 33,000. Now they roll me back to 30,200 and something subscribers. Ridiculous. I made a whopping $5,900 in the last 4 years on Rumble. I could show you. I could take you into my back office and show you. It's disgusting. It's like they give us a couple of breadcrumbs and we're supposed to be, jumping up and down for joy for this bullshit. So I'm pleading with you to go to our website, dearmrpresident.net, not .com, dearmrpresident.net, and get that out to the world. For all the people who want to download that video and put it on their channel, the actual good quality from WeTransfer, the link, and we'll make that announcement at the right time, the link to WeTransfer so you can download a high-resolution copy that could be shown in movie theaters, churches, whatever. I don't know if church would want to hear Mel say motherfucker, but maybe. Who knows? But the reality is this movie could be shown anywhere. People come in, buy a can of soda, whatever, a bottle of beer, popcorn, hot dogs, pizzas, whatever movie theaters sell, and you're in the movie for free. So we're trying to get as volunteers to come in and get us movie theaters, New York, Miami, Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta, Dallas, so on. So if there's anybody out there, you will text me at 786-704-8817, strictly for business. Do not send me a video about this and a video about that. I get plenty of that stuff here on Telegram. Strictly business, 786-704-8817. All right? And we'll put you to work. We will get you calling mom and pop movie theaters around the country so that we can get this movie out. We should be out with the movie within 5 to 6 weeks. It could be a little later or it could be a little sooner. But if it's a little sooner, we're going to put the brakes on because we don't want to go out too soon. Okay? I think, we want to be able to be in a position where we can create the buzz. Then we can absolutely go fast. But if we get, say, for example, if we got 5 or 6 mom and pop movie theaters and we got a nice buzz going on out there, and we got maybe 100 churches that are willing to overlook a couple of curse words and show the movie in their basement to their congregation. If we have the EE Center owners, which are really in communications with me, people that own centers as far as New Zealand, Australia, United Kingdom, Europe, I forget where in Europe besides the UK, that they basically got in touch with us and said, hey, we want to show the movie. So, and they've already got the link to the actual website, etc. Hopefully they'll be making a donation. I know some of those centers are doing pretty darn well. But anyway, needless to say, we are looking for volunteers. The question is, will the Patriots stand up? That's what we want to know. Are the Patriots going to stand up? Are you going to do your job? Or are you going to sit on the sidelines thinking that Mel, Carmine, and Amber can lift, 9,000 pounds? No, we can't. We need you. We need everybody. And we need you now. Thank you, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Gold and silver. Welcome to Carmine'sGold.com. Don't waste not even a second looking. Cheaper prices just don't exist. How important is it for you to own gold and silver right now? What does it mean to me personally? There's an economy that's about to crash beyond what words can explain. In 5 words, I'm going to educate you on gold and silver. Are you ready? You need to own some. Simple. What if I told you aging could be reversed? At Staying Alive Wellness Center, a hyper-advanced light system in Cape Canaveral is no longer a theory. It's measured in real, provable science. An independent lab out of Houston, Texas has confirmed with conclusive data your telomeres, those critical markers of cellular age, are actually lengthening. Yes, age reversal. This isn't hype. It's real data, verifiable, jaw-dropping, and real innovation finally catching up to biology. And your body is ready to respond. Visit us at stayingalive.com or call for an appointment. Recharge your body at the cellular level. What are you waiting for? A more youthful life is here now.